This is the book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 17, and it reads, This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of man. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, I say Shalom. This is your brother Ayashar Barazar from the Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone, coming back at you with another lesson that is edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. And, man, just coming across some clips, where we are in time right now. It is unbelievable how this heathen, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is, ruling over us. But we're going to find out We're going to find out why, Salakia, through the course of this video, of why he's ruling over us. But when it says he's the basis of men, these clips I have to show you are really going to, just give you a snapshot of what's permissible, because it's a lot worse behind closed doors, and especially at the upper elite level. But this is just the lower tier Edomites, and it's just unbelievable how these people are ruling over us, with the despicable things that they do, So let's get right to these clips. I think it's about 8 short ones, and less than a minute and a half long. So we'll go ahead and get to them.
It's like pepper is so potent. First, I got to battle these flies because they're all coming from my high liver. This is liver that's about a year old. Look how black it is. It stinks like poop.
And he ate that.
Spicy. Tastes like pepper is so potent. But now for something yummy. Who would say no for some honey mustard ham? People say, do I season my raw meat? You can. Here's a little cinnamon. Put some cinnamon on my pork chops. Get away flies. Put some beer mustard. Just a tab. And some honey from these bees right here. These bees that are around here, this is their honey because my neighbor has a bee farm. So, let's eat some. Oh, and this is beef bone marrow right here. Honey ham. Raw. Of course, raw. Always eat raw.
These are 3 people who changed themselves into animals. First, there's Eric Sprague, also known as Lizard Man. This man got green tattoos and implants on his brows. He even splitted his tongue and sharpened his teeth to look like a lizard. Then there's Ted Richards, also known as Parrot Man. This man tattooed his face and eyes, put horns on his forehead, and took off his ears to look like a parrot. And lastly, there's Dennis Abner, also known as Stalking Cat. Dennis wanted to look like a tiger, so he added whiskers, made a cleft lip, got fangs, and put tiger-like tattoos on his face.
Now, another big story out of Jones County. A 19-year-old woman was arrested and charged with committing a sexual act with an animal. The Jones County Sheriff's Department arrested Denise Frazier in the Myrick community on a charge of unnatural intercourse and a charge of aggravated cruelty of an animal. According to the Sheriff's Department, they received a complaint from a concerned resident regarding a graphic video posted to social media depicting the act between the woman and a dog. Lead investigator Sergeant J.D. Carter said, quote, "In my 17 years in law enforcement, this is one of the most disturbing cases that I've ever investigated. JCSD is in possession of several videos that are so graphic that we are not at liberty to release them or even discuss the particular content. The investigation into this case is far from over," end quote. Frazier currently is jailed in the Jones County Adult Detention Facility pending her initial appearance in Jones County Justice Court at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We'll work to have an update from her hearing tomorrow.
A former Kewaskum cop is back in jail, charged today with bestiality.
Our Bill Misson explains the latest charges come days after Washington County prosecutors charged him with sexting a student. And Bill, we need to stress the details of this case are extremely disturbing.
That's right, Ted. Fond du Lac County prosecutors charged 34-year-old Steven Rosales today with 5 counts of felony bestiality-related charges. And those stem from an investigation that began across the border in Washington County, first with Kewaskum Police and then the West Bend Police Department, who were looking into allegations that the former school resource officer was having an inappropriate sexual relationship with a high school student.
A former Kewaskum cop is back in jail, this time one county to the north, now charged with bestiality. Court documents say he performed sex acts on his dog at his Campbellsport home. Details spelled out in the complaint, including text messages between Rosales and another person. Rosales' legal troubles began earlier this month when the Kewaskum school superintendent learned that then Lieutenant Rosales, a school resource officer, was possibly having an inappropriate sexual relationship with a Kewaskum high school student.
A former Kewaskum cop is back in jail, charged today with bestiality.
Our Bill Misson explains the latest charges come days after Washington County prosecutors
Damn despicable. Man, it's I don't know what to say. Again, how in the hell are these people ruling over us, and like I said, this is just a scratch on the surface of some of the stuff that we know, but that's that won't cause flags or won't have any additional restrictions or be taken down altogether. But these are the people ruling over us, all right? These are the people ruling over us. This is the book of Job 30 and 1. Slakia. Job chapter 30, verse 1. And it reads, "But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock." And that younger means, goes into being insignificant. We know according to the scriptures that Jacob is who the father loved, and Esau he hated, the so-called white man. Jacob being you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Esau, Edom, being the so-called white man, according to Romans 9 and 13. But right now, they have us in derision, ruling over us, making mockery of us, And the prophet Job said, he would disdain to have his dogs be around them, to set with them. And, we saw why, according to those videos. All right. We saw why. And again, at this stage of, prophecy and in time, it just baffles me of how we got here, but we know that Jake, transgressed the law, we under those curses. That's why we are where we are right now. All right. According to Baruch chapter 4, verse 6 and 7, this explains, Salakia explains why we are where we are. In a nutshell, just a summary, but this is all throughout the scriptures. Baruch chapter 4, verse 6. And it reads, Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai to wrath. Ye were delivered unto the enemies. Verse 7. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We, going all the way back through history, just think about it. As soon as we were about to come out of Egypt, what we do? Build a golden calf, built the golden calf, was not satisfied with our deliverance. All right. That provoked the Lord unto wrath, and just kept happening over and over and over again. In the book of Judges, just within the first three chapters, not only were sacrificing to other gods, but you weren't teaching the generations of Israelites like we were supposed to, according to Deuteronomy chapter 4. All right. Israel has always been going off, and now look at us serving these these vile people that you just saw in those video clips. All right, let me go back to Job chapter 30 and verse 8. It says and it reads, they were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. All right. And, fools, those without discernment or judgment. All right. Children of base men, the lowest ends of society. All right. This is why, one of the reasons why, according to Zondervan's Compact Dictionary, Edom is the only nation that will not be shown mercy. All right. That's going to be wiped out of existence, according to Obadiah 1 and 18. All right. It says they were viler than earth. Let's get that word vile. I had it up in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Let's see. Vile. It says morally despicable or abhorrent. You saw that. Physically repulsive. Of little worth or account. All right. Tending to degrade. Disgustingly or utterly bad. Obnoxious. Contemptible. And man. Oh, and here we go. All synonyms. Base. Like the scripture just said, they are the base of man. They are the basis of man. All right, the lowest ones, contemptible, currish, despicable, detestable, dirty, dishonorable, execrable, ignoble, ignominious, low down, low-minded, mean, nasty, paltry, snide, sordid, wretched. And if those video clips didn't show you that's exactly what they are. All right. Going back to the scriptures. It says, and now I am their song, yea, I am their byword, and right now they mock us, everywhere possible, even with our heritage, in the curses of Deuteronomy 28, verse 37, it says that we will be their byword, and that be called names other than every other name in the book other than the true nation of Israel. You've had, in my lifetime, you've had a Negro, coloreds, Afro-American, African-American, black, uh, and amongst other despicable names, everything other than the true nation of Israel, the 12 tribes. All right, that's what they do. All those things to bring us shame. All right, this is Sirach 23 and 15, or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 23 and 15, and it reads, "The man that is accustomed to opprobrious words will never be reformed all the days of his life." And we know that that man who's accustomed to bringing shame and reproach to others and disgracing others is Esau Edom. He does it every day, through his media. All right, which is his witchcraft, for form of witchcraft. Other nations, they had Jake fighting in those wars, and Jake get over to those lands and meet the natives of the lands, and they already call them the N word, nigga. All right, a lot of this was over in Vietnam, in World War One. The people, the Jakes that were fighting alongside with America couldn't even sit down with them. They were eating with the they rather have eaten with the Nazis. All right. But it says he will never be reformed all the days of his life. That's because he is the wicked. All right. He is the wicked, according to Malachi 1 and 4. All right. Psalms 50, 16 and 17 says, why do you even take my covenant in your mouth when you cast destruction behind you? He totally ignores Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And you saw in the case of those things, a lot of those videos clearly breaking the laws, eating meat with the blood therein, messing with animals, all right, cutting of the flesh, putting marks on the body. Just no regard for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right? None. And knowing that we are better than him, he's the same way with us. All right? This is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. It's also on the Apocrypha, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, again in verse 10. And it reads, "Let us oppress the poor righteous man," that's the Israelites. "Let us spare not the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age." They have no regard for any of us, no matter what condition we're in, and that's shown throughout history. All right, like it says, not let us not spare the widow. What do? Come in, take out the Jakes, the Jake men, remove them out of the houses. You got this thing going around now where this small hatter is saying that the so-called black woman is better for billionaires. All right, you go right ahead. You go right ahead. All right, that's just you're gonna end up being a highly paid, well taken care of bed wench for a season. That's only gonna last for so long. All right. Verse 11 says, "Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worse." And we're in a very, very low state right now, so they're constantly making laws to make sure that we stay in that position. All right, that is what they do. Okay, those unrighteous decrees. All right, and that's what they do that with legislation. Verse 12. "Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings." Yeah, especially the elect. That's because we have the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? They're not going to be held perfect over here in this foreign land. But those of us who are on the highways and byways week in and week out are doing our very best to keep them. Yeah, and they have a problem with that. That's why right now they're making efforts slowly but surely banning parts of the Bible. Ultimately, they're going to ban it all, and you're going to have the famine of the word. All right. Continuing on, he upbraideth us with our offending of the law, and object to our infamy, the transgressings of our education. And that's man, that dude is he is a piece of work. You know, we are a nuisance to them, so that they look for chances to get rid of us. And like I was saying, with the laws coming against the Bible, okay, we're against everything that they do, everything, and they man, they're just a terrible bunch of people. Yet they are ruling over us right now, and it's messed up, you know. Even the prophet Esdras had a problem with that, knowing that we were the chosen of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Let me get that. This is the book of Second Esdras, which is also in the Apocrypha. Esdras is the same as Esdras in the Apocrypha is the same as Ezra in the Old Testament. Okay, in the lineage of Aaron, Moses' brother. All right, Second Esdras chapter 6, beginning at verse 54. And then it reads, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all creatures, of him come we all. Okay, that's all nations, all 18 nations. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. That's the nation of Israel. From Abraham, Isaac to Jacob, whose name was later changed to Israel. Okay, those are his chosen people. No one else. All right. Verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. We're supposed to be in rulership right now. We, the nation of Israel, is supposed to be in rulership. Okay. Verse 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them to a drop of that falleth from a vessel. So we got people who are worth spit ruling over us. Is it's just fucking unbelievable. These wicked ass people, vile people, are ruling over us right now. Absolutely ridiculous. And like I said, that was just a few things. There's a whole lot more I could find, but didn't want the video to get snatched down. All right. But he's saying the other nations are like spit unto him. They mean nothing, but they're ruling over us right now. Okay. Verse 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. And that is exactly what is happening. Okay? Exactly what is happening right now. But not for long, because, these prophecies are popping off. I was listening to a video by our beloved elder Apostle Har earlier this week, and, three prophecies left. You got the MOTB, you got World War III, and when Yahweh Shai comes back with all his angels, destroying this place. All right. So we just got to hang on, hang on. And, I've seen a couple of videos just earlier today about staying focused, stay away from the rudiments of this world. All right. We have to stay focused because we're in the end game right now. All right. Verse 58. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, you'll get that account in Exodus 4:22, by an only begotten and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. Yes, we are under their rulership right now, and a lot of jakes just to just take on their ways, to the point that they become the face of it. What's that in Jeremiah 2:33? Why trimmest thy way to seek love? You know, thy ways to seek love, and our ways is the law, statutes, and the commandments. You know, hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways? So yeah, we Jake is becoming the face of a lot of the shit that that's really the fault of Esau Edom. That's because Jake is the salt of the earth. Once we do something, add flavor to it, it trends. All right. But we supposed to be trending in righteousness right now, and that's not happening. That's why Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is angry with this place, and he's gonna destroy it for his elect's sake. All right. Verse 59. He says, Ezra says, if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? We don't possess it because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. Primarily sacrificing other idols, continually transgressing the law. All right, that's why. But like I said, how long shall this endure? And we know, just like the prophet Ezra also tells us later on in verses chapters 9, 15, and 16. We got to watch for these signs. And we know that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is about to visit this world that he made, according to 2nd Ezra 9. All right? And it's going to be all right. We just got to hold on. I'm going to close with this. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verses 7 and 8. Verse 7, and it reads, for a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. That's Yahweh Bashem Yahushai coming back to save his elect. Okay? Gather us from the four winds of the earth where we have been scattered. The main deliverance coming from here, America, Babylon the Great. All right? I mean, it's a small moment for him, but it seems long for us. That's because a day for him is like 1,000 years to us. All right, but we almost there. It's almost over. Verse 8: in a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy Redeemer. Okay, so it's almost over. It's going to be that everlasting kindness. We will never go off again. We will never be ashamed again. All right, but in the meantime, Salakia, man, I'm tired of this shit these people are doing and have to deal with the fact that they ruling over us. We got to get up out of here. So with that, stay diligent. Keep doing your best to make the calling of your election sure. Keep building that faith. Watch it for the signs. And with that, I want to close here. Give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, I say Shalom, Kwam Yasharala. We got next. Stay diligent, stay focused. Shalom.